Hi and welcome back to another video. It's the 28th of October 2022. Currently it's 6:38 a.m. It's going to be a bit longer video than normal, trying to get as much detail as possible, which will be interesting to look back at in years and years later. So this might seem a bit slack now, some of these videos, but when you think back in the future and see what it was like, it'll be interesting to see the changes. So please support the channel. Links in description. Old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook and Bestestimes Reborn on YouTube. So let's walk along and we'll get as much detail as we can, as long as the camera keeps working. I will be saving up for the latest GoPro to try and get some more scooter videos, as the old one decided to finally stop, as I'd had it for since about 2018, so it did quite well. Let's see what we can get on our way into town. See how clear it is. Not too bad lighting at this hour, so we'll see how well we can get it. Might show a building for a little bit longer than usual, specifically for the reason of history, and you can see it in more detail, not as rushed or anything like that. A lot of traffic. Although yes, I will get strange looks off people. You know, it'd be actually nice if people saw me and realized what I was doing and waved, said hello. It was quite nice. If they wanted to be in a video, they can come up, say hello, no swearing, keep it all positive, keep it G-rated, say their name, what they like about the area, their favourite Innisfail moments or places, things like that would be amazing. I think some of these spots, the lighting may not be brilliant because the sun's in the wrong position for some of these shots, but we'll do our best and show what we can. Just show exactly what it was like to be here on this day at this time, so that we can look back at it. So if you're walking along here at this particular time, in this particular day, this is what you would have seen. That's the objective. Like I said, so you can look back and see exactly what it was like to be here. Which I think will be quite interesting years later to look at. The Radiant Life School ad on the Gundy Hill billboard. Looking towards Railway Street. Now we'll continue on a bit. It's what used to be the entrance to the railway years ago. This driveway and all that here. It's been disused for many years. Unused. This is towards the railway station. So we're taking our time. This video will be longer than usual due to the nature of the video, the idea of it, getting more detail, a lot more detail. I'm zooming in when possible to show what places look like on the outside. This is the day that Kennedy's Better Home and Living closes down in Innisfail. So we'll see if we can get some video in there on the way home. See how it goes. So we'll just quickly pan around. because I've zoomed in and show a bit more detail, what's around. Okay, let's keep moving on. Shown enough of that at the moment. Okay. So we've got Station Street here to my right. And the chappie giving me a weird look the whole way past. And the blue car. Down Station Street, the bike track back towards where we just came from. Trying to give us much detail as possible. It's hard to get stuff on this side of the road because you can't get wide enough angle when you're close up to it, but we'll do our best. I'll do my best to show what I can of the way it was. So this is the old Kirby's Corner. Hopefully one day when you're watching this there'll be all new shops in here, something built here. That's the hope. And then we've got Reese Plumbing, and we've got the Caltex, Gundy Hill Pub, Jasmine's Thai Massage, and the barber shop. Family Barbers, I think they're called. Sorry if the phone gets in the shot. I have ordered a new device that'll help alleviate that, just that the screen on the camera is about the size of your thumbnail. And no, that's not an exaggeration, so bear with me. I can only do what I can do. There's your Reese Plumbing. As best as we can show it. When businesses are open, it's harder to do it, to get the detail, but I'll turn back when I get up a bit further to show a bit more detail. There's a bird that wants that chicken. It's like a chicken bone, KFC chicken bone. Okay. Keep moseying on. Reese Plumbing, as best as we can show it. I just pulled over right where I am, so it was a bit hard to get the video. Which is your Goodyear Tire and Auto. Goodyear Auto Care as it's called now. Across the road you've got the Caltex and the Metro, which we'll show in a minute. There's your Metro, as far as the camera zooms. Now in reality the sign doesn't flicker. It's only due to the camera why that flickers. So in reality you wouldn't have seen the flicker. And there's your Caltex. Yeah. Back to the Gundy Hill Hotel direction. And then your Goodyear Auto Care. and Reese Plumbing. And payphone right here. You don't see these as often as you used to. Which are now free to use. Okay. This is your Castleberry Street. Where the old Gundy Hill Bakery is on the corner of. There's your Goodyear again. A bit more detail. So you can get an idea what everything looks like along the way. There's the old drive-through bakery, which has been up for sale for a few years now. So let me know when you're looking back at this years later what you think of the changes, like what changes there is. If you're looking back at this in 30 years time, 50 years time, or if you're looking back at it now in 2022 and you haven't lived here for years, about the changes that you're seeing in this video too. That's another thing. This muffler place is up for sale. Once in a blue moon I see it open. So this could end up being like a 2-hour video. Just don't know yet. Depends on what happens. How it works out. And you've got the Gundy Auto Wash just here, next to Innisfail Exhaust and Radiator Centre. So there's your for sale sign for the Carlo mufflers. Just two different names. We might do one another day showing the other side a bit more detail, as much as we can. I remember coming along here years ago, there was two flats, one on top of each other. Look, I made out of like fibro or something. And the fire brigade was here, and they were doing a controlled burn of the place with smoke alarms in it and all this sort of stuff as a demonstration. I'm sure that was in the late 90s, early 2000s. They did that. The street was blocked off in this part, and there was hundreds of people here checking it out. Yeah, they're doing a full-on demonstration with smoke alarms. I come along not having any idea that this was happening. I was just like, whoa. And then around 2007, this started to be built. Which on my old and new Innisfail photos group on Facebook, you can see, you can find them, photos of this place being built. There's actual photos of this Gundy Auto Wash being built. So we're not just zooming past in this video, we're going past. So this is Kaboota Street, K-A-R-B-O-O-T-A. And you got your mobile 24-hour across the road. hard to show when there's people there. We'll try and show the fuel prices so you can get an idea of what it was like. The detail. This is where a lot of people park their caravans and cars and whatever they've got for sale like that. We used to have free parking there, and it used to have like a lifeline bin or one of those as well over there in the corner. And it used to have a Gundy Hill sign, which is gone. This is 180 Edith Street, just here. Which used to be the Red Circle Centre and the Red Dot Centre before that. Due to the awkward name and the way people acted, they changed it from the Red Dot Centre to the Red Circle Centre, and then from that to 180. You can't really see the signs properly in this, as much as I can tell through this screen and that. So we're focusing more on this side of the road, but if I can show things on the other side of the road, I will, in as much detail as possible. So here's your sign, you should be able to see it all now properly. I have other videos on my channel walking around this particular 180 Edith Street at the time in more detail. So you better go back and have a look. Look in the Innisfail playlist. There's also Cairns videos and all that. So there's a lot of variety of videos around Innisfail and surrounding areas, as much as I can get to with my walking and scootering, e-scootering. There's only so much I can show, as I don't have any other transport. There is rare occasions that I can get extra video when someone helps me out. Sugar and Spice Cafe, which used to be Whispers, is closing down today. I saw one that's closing down in the Thingo Arcade, they call it, in the Rising Sun Arcade. For some reason my power bank that's plugged into this is not actually working. Keeping this charged, I've got to keep stopping and putting it on to charge. Again, not pressing it. Okay. Back where we just came, which is Bali, tropical North Queensland. Michael Street. Sundown Engineering. And this is your signal at 180. Sort of a news agent and slash tobacconist. It used to be Grasso Motors, Innisfail Marine. I don't think it's had a couple of different names as a marine place. So we'll show it when we get across the road because of the sun, the way it is. We'll turn around and show it. Yeah, Innisfail Marine now, it's Coastal Marine and Outdoors. It's been Coastal Marine and Outdoors for a fair while now. One thing we're going to focus on is that Better Home and Living, due to it closing down. Show as much as we can on the way past. I did ask them quite nicely on the post they put on another Innisfail group if I could come in and get video of the place inside and outside and that. Never got a response from them. And this is Pelican Street, corner of Pelican and Edith. This is Coastal Marine and Outdoors that I'm showing. There is people out there, so I can't really do it too much. Okay. So we'll keep moseying. You got over here where Leonard Motors Marine used to be. Send one here. That's Donald's. That's Gordon Street, on the corner of Gordon Street. But we'll show what we can, zoomed in. So you get a fair idea. This has been Bridgestone, bow repairs, this one that says spot on, a few other different ones over the years. In an auto care place. It's got away from someone, which is quite nice. You don't get that very often, so it's always good. I think a lot of people know what I do now through Facebook, YouTube, all that. Some people are quite happy with it, which they should be, because it's all for history to look back on. Jim Maurice Grasso Motors, mechanical repairs, vehicle and servicing down the back. And it's a four-wheel drive place as well. I think it's like camping stuff as well. All things like four-wheel drive, all driving related. Show what we can. I hope we can get out of the sun for a bit and cool down. It's quite warm, even at this hour. Okay. So I want people to be able to see as much detail as possible while I do this. So there's your Grace Street, Meter Street, at the lights intersection and all that, right there. Because this is the Bruce Highway. There is talk of a bypass, which I hope they don't do. Traffic wise, that'd be great, but otherwise no. For the businesses that rely on that traffic, it won't be good. This is where I first saw the second business that I saw Roscoe's Pizza in this building. Used to be red and white, with the Italian colours and that. Okay, and we're coming up on Better Home and Living, which used to be Rectivision, and part of it was MLC Motors that moved down to Tramway Street. So this is the old Lee Chinese restaurant, and back towards where we just come from, so you can see the old Roscoe's better. Second Roscoe's. First Roscoe's is where Better Home and Living used to be. There was a place that looked like an old house that they used for it. There's photos of that on the Roscoe's Pizza Facebook page, and on old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. There's even photos of inside of Lee X, the way it is now. On that group, on my group, old and new Innisfail photos. The old stairs to the restaurant, the Chinese restaurant. And then looking back towards Windy Hill direction, the mobile service station, and all that. Across to park across there, Page Park, next to the Commonwealth Hotel. So this is Kennedy's Better Home and Living before they close down. Rises today by what they've said on Facebook, on the post where I commented and asked if I could come in. Good for history, but they didn't respond. You can't just post something like that they're closing down and not wait for any questions or anything like that. You should be checking back to see if anyone asks any questions about anything. So I noticed a lot of questions weren't answered that people asked about their raffle they were talking about and all that. I'm sure a lot of the stock they don't sell will go to the can store. They're a well-established cans business. It's Kennedy's. Bet you Kennedy's will beat it. It's one of their slogans back in the day. Plenty show what we can. Well, we're here because can't get wide enough view to show it. Makes it a bit hard. So if anyone wants to donate any like camera equipment like GoPros and DJI stuff and things like that to the channel to help me with what I do, or money towards these things, there's a GoFundMe link in the description, valid at the time of recording this video. So there's your Better Home and Living, Kennedy's Better Home and Living. We've got Repco next door, so we'll go back, show what we can. You don't know how long they'll take to get rid of the signage. May not be here next time I come past. I'm hoping something similar goes in there that does well. I was hoping this lot did well. Thought being an established cans business, they would have done really well. A well-established cans business that's been around for a very long time. And there's Repco, which was built for highway tyres, and they had it a few years and then Repco took over. Repco used to be in 180 Edith Street in a lot smaller establishment. I'll turn back in a minute so that you can see it in a bit more detail due to the sun in the way. We always got to keep that in mind. If you ever decide to do these sort of videos, please respect people's privacy. Try not to get people in the videos unless you've asked permission. Different if you're just seeing them from behind, but showing their faces, especially children, not a good thing. So have respect. It's another reason why I do these at this sort of hour, rather than when it's really busy. Okay, so this is the corner of Ibis and Edith Street. So this is Ibis Street that I'm crossing over. And you got super cheap auto. Everything auto and much more. And then the sun's blocked so we can see this a lot better the way it is now. Showing the way this is. And you've got Commonwealth Hotel across the way, across the road. And zoom in and show that in as much detail as we can before the traffic comes past again and blocks the view. Trading hours 10 AM till 2 PM, Monday to Saturday, or 2 AM, 10 AM to 2 AM, and Sunday 10 AM till 12 AM. What it says on there. Back to your super cheap. Looks like the camera fogged up a little bit. Let's have a look. I'm not sure. Sort of look like it from my angle, but you get sweat in my eyes and makes it harder to see. Okay, so we'll look back. There's your Repco, Better Home Living. We'll zoom in again. So I want people to be able to see exactly what it looked like if they were standing right where I am at the stairs of Better Super Cheap, looking down, which is what they'd see at this particular time, this particular day. It's a Friday. There's Advanced Auto Electrics across there, which is in Grace Street. One at Grace and Gordon. No, Gordon, oh, I forget which one that is. But anyway, one with the community centre in it. So we've got on the side of Supercheap, Make It Super. Now, if you come on at it from a different angle, it looks like Naked Super. The way they've done it. You can see that in my other videos where I've shown that. So if you look at it now, I'm going to get up a little bit. See, it looks like Nake. You see it now, it looks like N-A-K-E. So I'll go up a little further and you can tell that it's M-A-K-E. I wonder if that was intentional, to get people to look at it, to get people to mention it on Facebook or wherever, social media of some sort. If so, then that's very smart. See, now to Make It Super. Quite interesting the way they did that. Love to know whether that was intentional, but we'll never know unless we talk to the painter, because people will speculate, oh yeah, it was intentional, but yeah, we don't know for sure whether it was. So this used to be a job agency on the side of Supercheap. Yeah, it was a job agency. I think it was actually built for the job agency. Now they've moved to other premises. So we'll show what that's like now, before it might change. Someone buys it or leases it and does something different to it. And that's the old Supercheap auto colours too. From way back, and then you got your Y Young Chinese restaurant, which we'll go up and get a bit closer to. Okay, we're back again. So you got your MG Pies across there, Kayla Lawyers, and the taxi office is down the bottom of those two flats there. And the Commonwealth Hotel again, and then that park. Then we got Innisfail Budget. Oh, Innisfail Budget Backpackers, where the camera goes out of alignment sometimes. And then you've got Rebel Coffee, An Innisfail Cafe, and Tour Hub. And here you've got Furniture World. Bit hard to see the sign, there we go. Yeah, Furniture World, and then Pets Domain. Pets Domain only opened this month. There's plenty of videos showing it getting made, and there's also video of the open, of when I went in the day it opened. I've got video of it. Okay. So this is your Pets Domain, which was Ideal Electrical and Carpet Court for a long time. Basically from that thicker blue line there, in between the windows and down, was Ideal Electrical. Or actually from where that lock is there, where that key lock is, right there in the middle, down was Ideal Electrical. And then you had your Carpet Court there. Okay, you got your Smarter Computer Solutions, or whatever they're called now. The name has changed a few times. It used to be a service station, as you can tell by the design. And we'll look back at Pets Domain, as much as we can show, in the furniture shop, as much as it'll work and show. And then back down where we just come from, your Backpackers. And your Rebel Coffee, Any Tattoo Studio, and their cafe, and Tour Hub. Okay, so this is Smartphone and Computer Solutions, as it's known now. We're the only place locally that does phone repairs now, and computer repairs, that actually has a shop front. This was also a blind place for a while. You could buy blinds and aluminium blinds and different things for your house and business. I never knew how to say the name of the business, so I'm not going to say it. It wasn't one of those names that if you didn't know, you didn't know. It was one of those. Or if you knew, you knew. So this is Charles Street, where KFC is on the corner, across here. So you got KFC here. And you got Mazda and Nissan that across the road, which used to be IC Taylor's or Taylor's West. But this is KFC, as much as we can show. It's hard being right up close to be able to show it in as much detail as we'd like. And there's 4x4 place, which used to be a motorbike shop. It was like Wayne Leonard's motorcycle shop, which got this building built, and then back to KFC, so we can see in a bit more detail. It'd be cool if the bucket spinned around again. I don't know if they've got a switch in there where they could actually enable it and the light to be on the KFC sign. But it would be cool for nostalgia, even if they did it like once a year around Christmas time. Turned it on for a week or so at night. And we're coming up on the upper, we've shown this Tech Tune 4x4. Coming up on the historic Sepoy House, which is can't think of the word at the moment. Heritage listed. Sorry. It's a heritage listed house. I think these people do a really good job at maintaining it. They've done a brilliant job maintaining it. It looks really nice. It wasn't looked after for a few years. Then these people bought it and now it's been looked after. Quite impressive. We'll do our turnaround to show it a little bit soon, as much as we can, you know, while respecting people's privacy, because it's their residence. And you can see Tech Tune down to KFC and the Marina Lakes sign, and the car yard, car dealership, Innisfail Mazda, that's written on there. And this used to be a service station here. We're coming up on Gladys Street. I think the camera's starting to overheat. Pardon me. So we're not getting much shade. There's your Black Marlin Motel down there. Your Burson Auto Parts. You can go down to Kmart that way. A couple of the Mamu places. Medical places. And then you got Bunnings. Bunnings car park. Where Kevin Bush Motors, Eagle Boys, the Yummies bike shop, Adra, and all that was over the years, and what do they call it, Pizza Capers. Yep, a few different places, and I think Sepoy Motors was on the corner as well at one stage, and Innisfail Motive Company or something was on the corner as well, different times of course. It's a nice little place to sit outside there before they changed it and demolished the buildings. So this is your your Bunnings car park. So the video may not be as long as I would like it to have been, but you got to think of the temperature. It's a bit hard to get it all. That building straight across from here, that was built for Plains Video. Don Lane had it, the Australian Don Lane, the Innisfail Don Lane that was around, and his family. Then you had Civic Video 2000. I don't know what order they were in, but they were there over the time. So we'll show where Roscoe's Pizza is now, an Italian restaurant, and then we'll call it a day, call the camera down, charge it up, and then we'll get some more video, hopefully of Sugar and Spice before it closes down, because I think the camera is fogged up. We'll show just a little bit up here, and then we'll go sit somewhere and cool it down, give it some charge. That's the thing about doing things in the heat or doing things in the cold. You cop the extreme temperatures. So that's your Innisfail Chemex. And the bus stop, if you're going to Cairns, the other side of the road is the Townsville one. There's your Chemex. And your AIDA Care. I don't know why people call these businesses names that are just not just easy to roll off the tongue. Like Innisfail Mobility, or whatever it was called before. It's quite easy to say, quite easy to work out what it is. AIDA Care. AIDA Care? So who knows? Makes it a bit hard. And there's your back towards where we just come from. And we'll quickly show Roscoe's in a little bit for this video. Right. Good morning. Yeah, Roscoe's. So yeah, there's a lot more detail of this in other videos. If you want to have a look at my update videos, you'll see a lot of this over the time getting built. Yeah, I think it's definitely fogging up. But we'll show what we can show before the camera decides to stop. This is why I need other cameras as backup. If anyone would like to donate some money towards it, you're quite welcome to. And there's Bunnings. Used to be Sam's Warehouse and Bill Warehouse. And with other places before that. Hi and welcome back to part 2 of this video. It might be joined on to the other one depending on how I feel at the time, the first one, but it is now, it's really annoying me, it is Friday the 28th of October at 9:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Local Time. Here's the information van at King George Park. I'll just quickly show that as we go past. Like I said with the last video, it's going to be a lot more detailed, see a lot more in for a bit longer, each thing, as much as we can, while respecting people's privacy. So I'm showing this. for a bit more than I normally would. Since it's closed and that, it's not so bad. Less chance of being crapped on. But you do get strange looks even from these people. Even though I'm trying to do a service for the town, I don't get paid for it. Now the way the lighting is, I have to go certain angles and you'll see it better. So if I move to this angle, you'll see it a lot better, hopefully. See the details of the waterfall. That's Ponytail Falls, Tully Gorge National Park. What it says on there. You get the Art Deco month sign. Stuff about the Art Deco walk. Image courtesy of Tropical Coast Tourism. This one here, this woman. Show it the front a bit more too. Yep. As soon as I left where I was sitting, all the unsavoury types went and sat there. Okay, so it's the front of the thing that says Beaver Cay, Great Barrier Reef. Image courtesy of Tropical Coast Tourism. tropicalcoasttourism.com.au. Okay, let's go along. Here's where Tang Villa used to be, reception lounge, and Pappy's gym, Frank's gym, and a few others. And you got BCF down here. Boating, camping, fishing. We're just heading down to the rubbish bin to throw my drink out. Drink receptacle. That way, it's a lot better. Always good to use bins. And we'll show the EV chargers for the electric vehicles that are along King George Park opposite BCF. Now they don't have screens on them, these ones, so you must use an app to do most things on it. I don't know how these ones work. I watch a lot of American videos where they talk about their infrastructure. So I know that Teslas work on this because I've seen Teslas here doing their thing. Yeah, I've seen a few Teslas here. One day I was sitting here, not far away from here, and saw like 3 or 4 different Teslas turn up, which was quite interesting. It's called that guide. I think these are government ones. So it's got DC charging and AC charging. So if you're wondering, it's got it down here on the what you can use. Sorry about the shadow. It's what you can use here. Charging instructions: download the ChargeFox app. Of course it had to be Fox. From the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. So you can see all that there. Pause to read it if you want to read the information. After charging a maximum of 1 hour, please move your EV to allow people to use the charging station. That's fair enough. That's etiquette. The way I see it. Okay, so you got this little one here. Just says electric vehicle fast charger. It'd be good if there was a part where you could plug in a scooter, and even if it cost you like $5 to charge your scooter up, electric scooter, EV, you know, like your e-scooter and that, that'd be pretty cool. But they use standard charging ports that you have on these things. So we're just showing this in a bit more detail because it may change eventually. Interesting. I'd like to actually know what it's like for somebody to have a Tesla in this town or some sort of electric vehicle. I'd love to see a video of someone showing that, how they charge up, what the infrastructure is like in this town, in a town like Innisfail, to do this. Is it worth it? Is it feasible when you don't have a thing at home to do it? So there's supposed to be Cairns, Townsville, all the way down the coast, and more stations coming soon. I think Tully's got them, Cardwell, places like that already. These sort of ones. So you're pretty safe up and down the Queensland coast with electric vehicles. Just how reliable they are, I don't know. No parking except while charging, so this is your charging station here. One of them. Looks like you can charge two. One's 50 kilowatt DC, CCS, and the other one's CHADEMO, 50 kilowatts DC. So that gives you an idea of what you can do here. Bit of an idea, showing what they like, because they might change after a while. You never know, they may not be the same ones here. Be good if they had a lot more variety of ones. Like in America, they got Electrify America, they got all these other ones. No, but anyway, that's that. If you're looking for that, come to Glady Street. Yeah, Glady Street opposite BCF. So if you find BCF, you're going up Grey Street and you find BCF, turn at Glady Street towards BCF and you'll find them here at the park. If you're looking for them. You got 3 spots for the put on here for the EVs, electric vehicles. Interesting. So you've got to have that ChargeBox app. If you're new to it all, you've got to have the ChargeBox app. And I'd say an account with that link to your bank. Your credit card, debit card. It's usually how, well, that's how the American ones work. I watch Kyle O'Connor. He talks about all that sort of stuff. If you're interested in the American thing of it, check out Kyle O'Connor and his channels. He's got 3 or 4 different channels where he does a lot of range tests and all that. Shows the different infrastructure, updates and things like that. Yeah, Kyle O'Connor. So this is where Tang Billy used to be. Happy's Gym, all that, like I was saying before. You can see the old fence and that from it. And what used to be, I see Taylor's behind there, Taylor's West. Pity that old white building wasn't still there. I wish that was heritage listed. I think a lot of people thought it was. And I think it should have been, where it had to be preserved. It would have been cool if it had to be preserved. But anyway, there's your fence. To do with that, there's a gate up here too. Like an old school house gate, really. And a plover going off. As they do. There's your old school gate here. That plover's going right off. Not a big fan. There's your old Taylor's West, as it were. They just call it Innisfail Nissan now. Or Innisfail Mazda. Just keeping an eye on that bird, because they love swooping. Your BCS behind there, that blue building. So we're showing as much as we can, while respecting people's privacy. We go along. Got KFC to my left. I think the brightness needs to be turned down so you can see better, more detail. So you got your Innisfail Mazda here, sign for it. Still got Holden certified genuine parts written over there, and certified service, which is interesting because Holden's gone now, which is sad. And here's where KFC, Red Rooster, Jonah's Catch and Noodle Place has been over the years. Across there, corner of Charles, we're in Edith Street. There's the Innisfail Mazda. Boiling hot day, so the camera might struggle a bit. Hopefully not, but it might. And there's KFC. Enki power equipment across there, where the mowers are, and that utes just pulled up. And we'll go across Charles Street. I would realise that was up there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I'll have to get off the road, but up above that archway there's a little like tiles thing. Looks like it's got some sort of Catholic-y thing on it. Like 3 saints or something. Interesting. And then we've got where bread sandwiches used to be, where the tour hub is. Sort of along there with the cafe and all that. You've got the I'm trying to show a bit more detail, so I'm going to show it a little bit longer here, so we can look back and see all the detail on what these places were. And there's one of the old school seats, because they're changing a lot of these seats around. This is the Studio Cafe, which is part of Any Inc, however you say it. Try and show the sign, like what they got, just out of interest. Pause to read it, if they have. Bear with me. Just pause to read it. We make to order bacon and egg, wraps, rolls, salad. $8. There we go. I'm sure Rebel Coffee wouldn't have been happy when this opened. Right next door. Sometimes it's good to have competition, sometimes it's just unfair. Tour hub. Next door. Rebel Coffee. Any Ink, the tattoo place. And the backpackers. Innisfail Budget Backpackers. Used to be Innisfail Building Supplies. And Simbab Kebab. There's been this for years now. Across to Furniture World and Pets Domain. Furniture World's been there a fair few years. Pets Domain's only new. Used to be Ideal Electrical and Carpent Court, like I mentioned in the last video. Rebel Coffee and all that. Trying to show in as much detail. Backpackers in there. And then you've got Kayla Lawyers and MG Pies along here, so a lot of businesses, a lot of places. Kayla Lawyers. KaylaLawyers.com.au. Got your details about it. Interesting. This was camping store for a fair while. And there's your pie shop. Had my dealings with them. Haven't been back. That's the taxi office there. Taxi drivers wanted. And then we got Commonwealth Hotel, sorry. The Commonwealth Hotel. And you make it super. The super cheap auto. And your Wai Young Chinese restaurant across there. Okay, Repco, Better Home and Living. It's Better Home and Living's last day of business here. Here's your liquor land, part of the Commonwealth Hotel. Not a big fan of pubs and stuff, but good to look back for future generations to see what was here, because a lot of people do like them. It's not my cup of tea. Trading hours of business, 10 AM till 10 PM, Monday to Saturday, and Sunday 10 AM till 8 PM. There you go. Looks like the old taxi phone's gone. Pretty sure that was an old taxi phone thing back in the day. Bit of history showing it. Interesting. Like the history side. That type of thing. There used to be a park here, I think it was like Lions Park or Rotary Park or one of those places like that. Here where they had that archway thing. Yeah, you see it in people's photos. And I remember it. Having a table and chairs here, undercover and all that. Yeah, it was quite good. Now you got the Commonwealth Hotel. Show that a bit better. Well, it is hot weather. Would like to go into Better Home and Living and get video, but I did ask them and I never got a response. You think they'd be open to it? Because it's all history showing what it was like and all that. I could walk in there and just take a little bit and come back out, but I don't think they're going to like it. Well, they can ask me what I'm doing. If I just walk in the door, come back out and then cross back over the road, I might do that, just so I can at least get some video from the outside as I cross over. Give them one of my cards and that. I think I've still got some left with me. You gotta show what you can while you can. Other places still exist, because they won't very shortly. Okay, we're back again. We've just crossed from the old Leaks across to the corner of Grace Street and Edith, the Bruce Highway. So there's your old Leaks and the old Better Home Living, Repco, all that. It's there. So we're heading along, see what we can get while the battery still lasts. Batteries don't really like to heat too much, so I can only get what we can get. It's the old Leonard Motors Marine, which is the carpet place. Carpet and vinyl, Best Buy carpet and vinyl at the moment. Then there's Natural Earth Crystals, and where John Williams motorcycles used to be. And you also got RJS Removals. That's Gordon Street, on the corner of Gordon Street. Okay, they're going to turn, these people. Some people don't indicate. They just go into Grace Street. I was talking about the van, not the ute, not the red vehicle. We got another one coming. They indicated, so that's fine. Okay, so we're trying to show as much detail as I can. So we stop at places and show just that little bit more on the outside. There'll be a separate video of inside Better Home and Living as best as I can show it. This is Best Buy carpet and vinyl, and then your rock shop and gifts, and all your different things. And then your old John Williams motorcycles, where you can see still has the motorcycle on there, which is pretty cool. On the roller door, you can still see it there. A bit of history there. Remember, it used to have Daffy Duck on here years ago. This hasn't been John Williams motorcycles for years, but it's still on there, so we'll show it. So if you're watching John Williams or Johnny, have a look. It's still there. Your old thing is still there for all these years. Oh, Steve Hunt's motorcycles are still written on this sign. I don't know if it's readable. Yeah, Steve Hunt's motorcycles, phone number. You can see Honda on there. There you go. The old sign shining through. Let's see if we can enhance that a little bit. about the best we can get. It's pretty cool though. I like it when old signs show through like that. Like the old Bridgestone sign up here. So I'll try and show. Next to the chainsaw, where it says spot on. Above there's the Bridgestone sign. More detail. Coastal Farm and Motorcycles, the still shop in Innisfail, and so on. They got a million other lot of things. Well, mate, give me a look. Well, what they got to understand is it's free advertising for them. You know, some people may not know this exists here, or that it ever existed here. Looks pretty comprehensive. They've got a lot of stuff in here. Interesting. The all-terrain vehicles and that. Wow, mowers, four-wheelers. Oh. I didn't realise there was so much in there. So I've never really gone in there. Well, I've never gone in there at all since it's been that. There's Hill's Tractor Supplies at one stage. I went in to have a look. So I knew the Hill guy. Spot on mechanical. The old Bridgestone sign up there. This was bow repairs and that at one stage. Bridgestone, as you can see. Been a few different places. Used to be able to hire cars from here. I don't know if you still can. Yeah, you used to. It's like just a mechanic now. This whole thing. Interesting. So we showed the other side in the earlier part of this video, or part one, depending on how I decide to do it. So you'll see the other side better. This is more about this side. Sundown Engineering right here. The stainless steel specialists. So they reckon. Yep, Sundown Engineering. So I'll show that just that little bit. For history. 145 Edith Street. So this is Michael Street just up here. And Barley Tropical North Queensland. It used to be a yellow shop for a while there, and it was a few different things. Like cafe and all that. And you got Fusion Gym. Fusion Fight and Fitness Gym just down there, where those vehicles are. And that. I want to go, it's too hot. But I'm going to wait for the traffic to do their thing. This is across from 180 Edith Street. So you got 180 there. Just to give you a bit of context of where I am. I don't know how well this Barley Tropical North does, because I never see anyone there. It used to be an espresso place. I forget what the name of this was called before, but there's plenty of photos of it on my old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook when it was the yellow building and what was in it. There's also a lattice place in here at one stage, in this end, and also a there was a second-hand store there at one stage. And you got the mobile 24-hour. Good jaffles. Their brekkie jaffles and their Sabre Mince jaffles are very popular. Best to ring up and get them fresh though, because you might get them quite hard if they've been sitting there too long. So it's always best to ring up with stuff like that. Get it fresh. Handy Mart. Showing up the can. And then the mobile. And you got the Gundy Auto Wash across there. Car wash. Dog wash. You get run over. it would just zoom in, don't indicate. Okay, we got the mobile. All the fuel prices so you can look back and see what it was like and what it's like now. Friday the 28th of October 2022. It's nearly November already. Wow. The year's flown by. Hey, be careful if you walk along here. There is a few potholes that you can't see when the grass is high. A lot of people have come a cropper with that. Where a lot of people put their cars for sale for private sales. And back to your mobile. So you can see that a bit more detail. Okay, we might go into the metro and grab a beverage, a soda pop. Got Castlereagh Coast Battery Centre, and very rural to have a tractor for sale, a John Deere 6105R. There you go. If you're interested in a tractor and this is still here, I may be long gone, might be years later, but hey, you've seen it here. Innisfail stock feed and vet lines, saddlery and vet lines. Wow. The Metro Servo. We will go in there. I'm getting quite thirsty. This heat, as you do. Okay, let's go in. We can have a squeeze while we're here. A little bit of one. It's a stock feed place. I'll get in the back and have a look quickly. In the battery place. Do with a good pressure wash. Stock feed and saddlery. I haven't been in here for a while to get video, so we'll show it best we can. You got a collision place. Might go too close with privacy in that, but yeah. Oh, like I said before, it's free advertising for their businesses and that, so no, they shouldn't complain. Carlo Mufflers is open, which isn't a regular thing anymore. Okay, so we're heading out of there. See the metro prices. The thing with the metro prices is you'll find that well, the sign will flicker from the camera, but it doesn't flicker in person. It's only on camera because the camera can't handle the LED lights in it, the red LED lights. So, anyway, we'll go back across to the metro as much as we can. And now the Caltex. Caltex has that different little name on part of it that it never had before. We'll have a look at that. It's a British company thing. What I've looked up before, this EG thing on there. They'll look back at the 3 turbos and then to the Caltex. And we got Reese Plumbing across the road and Goodyear Tire and Auto right there. And what looks to me like a Bentley. It just went past. Some sort of posh car anyway. The bucket woman would be proud and jealous at the same time. Oh. Did you see those now and then, that sort of stuff? Being the highway. So we'll show the Caltex a bit more for history. Forgot I was standing in the driveway, didn't mean to. And you got the Innisfail Hotel. Drive through. All that jazz. Cigarette machine in there. Don't see them very often anymore. Someone posted photos of that sort of thing on a Old Chops Australia group, I think it's called. Yeah, Old Chops Australia on Facebook. Have a look, people have put a few photos of them up. It's all history. It's interesting that you used to be able to get them at places. And out of the old machines. Yeah, cigarette vending machines, in other words. Used to have a menu out here. That's alright. And you got Thai massage, opening hours 7 AM to 6 PM Monday to Saturday. Book by phone or text Jasmine. These videos aren't for advertising, but if they advertise it for free, their business, they get something out of it, well, it's a plus for them. Family barber. Just changed it around again, as usual. I've had about 3 or 4 different owners that I know of. But we're coming up to Gundy Hill, where the railway crossing is. This is Railway Street. I'm about to go across. And these vehicles go. So this is Railway Street down here. Towards Arena Nursing Home. If you need to go to Arena Nursing Home, turn off at Railway Street. Go all the way down, follow the street, it turns at the end. Follow that down past all the houses and you'll find it. Oh no, someone with a child is coming this side. Makes it hard for video because of minors. So I'll show across here. Best we can. Hot day. Now we can show Gundy Hill in all its glory. This side has a lot clearer and nicer footpath than the opposite side. Oh, very hot, Jerome, that's enough. But yeah, we'll keep driving across here. never know, this could change. Hopefully they'll concrete the sides one day like they did over east, but clean them regularly. Because it does grow out pretty far, these trees and that. They cleaned them up just before the Innisfail show this year, 2022. Now this could take a while to get across the road, so we'll cut the video here. That'll be it. Thanks for watching. Check out old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook, Bestestimes Reborn on YouTube. Give us a like, share, subscribe, all that. Check the links in the description, see how you can help, and check out other Innisfail videos that are linked in the description. Tell them that hashtag Bestestimes sent you. Put it in the comments of their videos and all that. And this is Bestestimes, keeping memories alive.